What's up guys? Welcome to my video. This is my second video that I'm gonna put to YouTube. The first video that I put last week, in 6 days I've got 4 views. I know that I watched once, so I want to thank these 3 beautiful people who watched my first video since last week. So this week we will be talking about, does it worth to move to Germany? I've been living in Germany for the last 5 years, and I want to give my experience to you. If you're a student or if you're thinking of coming to Germany for work, maybe my 5 years of experience be helpful to you. So let's get on with the video. So we will start with advantages of Germany. First of all, as you might know, Germany is a very stable country. Starting from 1980s, the currency, the industry, the growth, they were all stable. And because of this, last 40 years of continuous growth, now Germany is one of the most high-income country in Europe. It's also quite stable. Its economy mostly depends on exports, and the country is producing anything between textile machines to construction equipment and everything that you can imagine in between them. So it's an export champion. It is exporting more than any other country per capita, per person. So it really is a very strong and productive economy. Okay, so secondly, in Germany, schools up to university are free. Obviously you pay some supporting fees, but these fees are nowhere comparable to what you would pay in United States or in the UK. So it offers really good education system, mostly free of charge for everybody living in this country permanently. Also, German health system is free for everybody as long as you're a member of insurance, one of the insurance schemes that are available in the country. So most of your health expenses are covered by the insurance. If you work, you're paying monthly to support your insurance, and if you're not working, if you don't have a job, government pays this. So the third reason why you should be considering moving to Germany is a very homogeneous country where income levels are pretty much similar, and also an egalitarian country where everybody has an equal voice on important matters. And the fourth reason why I would recommend you to move to Germany is rents are generally more affordable. Obviously, you want to be looking at this in the perspective of median incomes. I don't have any solid information or proof in front of me, but I know in Germany rents are much more affordable because rules are on the side of renter instead of the owner. So as an example, we were paying 520 euros for a 55 square meters apartment in the heart of Düsseldorf, which is one of the most expensive cities in Germany. This 520 euros would get you nowhere in France or in Holland, Belgium, in Scandinavia, whereas you can get a nice apartment, even though small, in the heart of Düsseldorf, which is again one of the most expensive cities in Düsseldorf, in Germany. Another reason why I really like Germany is that people are generally honest. What I mean by that is, when you ask a question to somebody in Germany, you will know that the answer that you hear are probably true. If they don't know, they don't hesitate to say this, and if you hear an answer, you can generally trust on this. Another reason to move to Germany is people are generally honest. This is my experience for the last 5 years. when you ask a question to somebody in Germany, the answer will be more likely true. And you know, when I first moved to this country, I remember visiting electronic shops, asking for some advice on a projector device. My question was, hey, I'm looking for a good quality video projector for 500 euros, and the salesperson in this electronic market told me that this will not going to be possible, and he was so straightforward with the answer. Whereas in my home country, you could get good projectors for 200 euros, 300 euros, 500 euros, 1000 euros, 2000 euros, depending on how much money you have. You'll get a good projector, no problems. So in Germany, you can generally trust more on what people say. In Germany, saving money is easier as well. Obviously, it will depend on how much money you're making and where you're living. I completely understand that. But saving has embedded in the genes of German public. It is encouraged, it is motivated, and it is, you can see it everyday life of German public. One of the main reasons is that Germany had two major wars, two major world wars, and as a result of this world wars, generations suffered from having no money or so little money. So it really gets into the heart of German public, and they save on a regular basis. And it will motivate you to save money as well. So another reason is that it is relatively easy to have a permanent settlement in Germany. Having lived in the UK and know a little bit about the US, I know that Germany is one of the easiest countries to get a permanent residency, as long as you have a good education, a certain level of German language, and an income that you can support yourself. And last but not least, Christmas markets in Germany are quite famous. One of the best Christmas markets in Europe. You can feel this, the feeling, and you know, it is. It's a great feeling, and also the pace of life in Germany is slower than what you would find in UK or US, so that you can actually sit down, relax, and enjoy your life. Okay, so now having discussed these 8-9 reasons, let's talk a little bit about what are the negative effects of living in Germany. So it cannot be perfect, right? So the first thing that comes to my mind is German language. So German is notoriously hard language. It is not as forgiving as English. It is not as aesthetic or nice to hear as French, but it is so difficult and it is not forgiving. What I mean by that is, these 3 articles that it does, well, together with their datives and accusatives, that they will turn your life into a hell, because not only learning der, die, das solves your problems, you should also learn dative and accusative forms of them, which makes it almost impossible to speak perfect German. No matter how hard you try, it will take many years to master, and more likely you will not be able to master it as a native-born German speaker. The second thing is, German cuisine is not as rich or nuanced as some other European cuisines. Yeah, let's put it forward, let's put it straight. German cuisine is quite plain, and yeah, not so exciting. The third reason that you should be prepared is that Germany is not an open culture, so it is difficult to get friendships going, get integrated to culture. It is not about you being a foreigner. is about people being slow-paced when they are developing their friendships with you. So it will take 5, 6, 7, 10 years to have a German friend. I'm living in this country for 5 years, and after 4.5 years, now I can say that I have a German friend, which I can ask to help me without an advance notice. So depending on your income, you're expected to pay between 35 to 50% of your gross salary in taxes. So in this 35 to 50% payments, you will have income taxes, you will have your social security payments, you will have your health insurance payments, and if you're a Christian, you will have church tax as well. Also, last but not least, in Germany, for everything you need a termin. So termin means appointment, and even simple tasks with government offices or small reparations for your home. Everything, every single task, you need a termin. Also, if you have some German friends, you'll need to book a termin with them to drink coffee or 1 or 2 beers over the weekend. You cannot just spontaneously ring them and say, hey, let's have a beer. It almost not exists in Germany. So, as you can see, there are a lot of advantages and disadvantages living in Germany. In first 5 years, after my first 5 years, I'm very happy to be here. I had only, I would say, not only but mostly good experiences living in Germany. I did not experience any negative situation at all. I was really lucky to work in an international company with really international minded people. That also helped a lot. And knowing some other, hearing from some other colleagues in that the experiences may not be as good as what I had, but definitely I recommend you to consider moving into Germany. First 2-3 years may not be as easy as you might expect. The culture may not be as open as you would imagine, but then once you get used to living in this country, the life speed allows you to enjoy your life, and the climate is not so bad. You're also in the heart of Europe, where you can really travel all over Europe without traveling so much. You know, what I mean by that is that I'm living in Düsseldorf. I can drive 3 hours, and I'm in Amsterdam, 3 hours in Antwerp or in Brussels, another 3 hours. I'm in France. I'm in another 5 hours. I'm in Denmark. 7-8 hours drive. I'm in Prague. So you can really travel all over the place, and when you can have a little bit of better German language skills and get used to living in Germany, you can have really good professional opportunities where you can get jobs in the headquarters of global powerhouses like Volkswagen, Mercedes, Henkel, Vodafone, and many other German powerhouses. And you know, I think in the end it will be fruitful, and the only things that you will be sacrificing, which is a big sacrifice, don't get me wrong, is you'll be missing your family, your friends, and getting integrated to the society may not be as easy as you might imagine, but you know, you will get there. And first of all, you're solving the biggest problem of your life, which is what you're going to do with your time, how you will make your time worthwhile. And Germany has significant advantages to help you with that. So I hope you will find this video helpful. I hope I answered some of your questions. You can ask me questions down below. I will try to answer as good as I can. And yeah, I hope this video will help you to decide on your next steps. Take care. See you.